Today's video is all about stomach parasite or worms in the stomach. Yes, a lot of people are going through hell as far as their health is concerned. And I can tell you on authority, based on research and other journals, health journals, about 70 to 80% of the diseases and health issues a lot of people are having on this planet are as a result of stomach parasite. That is why they call it stomach parasite. What is parasite? A parasite is a living organism which feeds on other living organisms. That is what we call parasite, and that is a layman's understanding and then explanation of what parasite is all about. And every human being is having a parasite in his or her stomach. It is natural. No matter what you do, you must have a parasite. They also play a very significant positive roles in our system. They are like scavengers in our stomach. But we have different forms and different types of parasites. Those parasites, appears to be the deadliest, the lethal parasite, which is disturbing a lot of people. So in today's video, I am going to run you through about 3, 4, 5 different types of parasites and what they do. And from there, as you can see on your screen, there is this ingredient which I will come to it later that we can use to clear those bad parasites from our system, so that we will get we will rescue our health back. And this topic is motivated and inspired by one gentleman who gave me a question under one of my comment section, and his name is Godwin Ekpe. If you are watching me, I don't know where you are watching me from. This is the reply to your question. Gordon is saying this: sir, please, can you give us something on the wormer? So Gordon wants us to talk about something or introduce you to something that can be used to deworm or to clear all these parasites out from our system. I strongly believe that maybe Gordon is battling with stomach parasite. So please, this video is very important. So if you have watched the video from beginning to all this stage, please, I only beg you and plead with you to still continue to watch it to the end. Maybe it will be only 10 minutes. Yeah, within 10-11 minutes I am done. Then you can go ahead and then continue. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please kindly do that. Subscribe to our channel. Okay, please kindly subscribe to my channel, Secrets of Health TV, and please click onto the notification bell, select all, so that you always get our notifications and other stuff. Now, stomach parasite. I have already told you what parasite is. Parasite is a living organism which feeds on other living organisms. Not necessarily, killing them, but it feeds on them. So we call it parasite. We have different forms of stomach parasite or worms. We have tapeworm, we have hookworm, we have roundworm. These are top 3 worms among all the stomach parasites. So I'm going to speak to you about these 3 worms. Tapeworm looks like a tip. Okay, it looks like a normal tip. Okay, it looks like a normal tip. You can see the pictures on your screen. Tapeworm. And then hookworm too is like a hook like this. Hookworm is like a hook like this. Very, very short indeed, but very, very dangerous. It is this worm which can patch holes in your intestine and even leach into your body and be running around your body. So some people will be complaining that, doctor, if I am asleep, or if I'm sitting, I could see that, you know, something is moving within under my skin. It is that tapeworm. It is that hookworm rather. It is that hookworm. Very, very deadly. And the hookworm feeds on your red blood cells. It feeds on your blood. The tapeworm, you know, feeds on the food you eat. That is what the tapeworm does. It feeds on the food you eat. And they are about, if I'm not mistaken, their length is about, you know, is as the same as a length of an articulator tract. I don't know the length, but that is, if you take out tapeworm, one tapeworm from your stomach, and you spread it, or you stretch it, the length will be the same as that of an articulator tract. Very long, very, 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 very long. That is one tapeworm. So imagine if you are having 3 or 4 or 5 of them in your stomach. So you can imagine, and they are very, you know, flat like a tip. That is why they are called tapeworm. And what they do is that anytime you eat, they also eat the food you are eating. So they eat all the food. That is why most people, when they are eating, you realize that they are eating, yet every day they are complaining of, you know, anger. You can finish, the person can finish eating just right now. Within some few minutes, few hours, the person will be complaining of anger. And you wouldn't see any manifest of the food onto the person. The nutrient, you wouldn't see the person having, you know, good skin. All the person will be having is malnutrition, as if the person is not eating. It is because the tapeworm is feeding direct from the food you have been eating. So that is how they, you know, operate in your system. And then coming back to the hookworm. The hookworm, their major concentration is your blood. Okay, they feed, they are like vampires, okay, in your stomach, so, or in your system. So they feed on the blood. They feed on the blood. That is why they are able to patch holes in your intestine and penetrate through those holes. Sometimes they can even go an extreme of, you know, damaging the nerves, the veins, in order to get, what do you call it, blood to feed on. So such people will always complain of anemia. 1, 2, the person is anemic. 1, 2, the person is anemic. It is a cause of what? Of hookworm. And then we have roundworm. Roundworm, their main concentration is in your feces. So they always settle in your rectum, in your big intestine. And they feed on the walls of your intestine, on the walls of your colon. Okay, so most people who complain that they normally see blood in their feces, most of them, majority of them, is as a result of roundworm. Okay, roundworm, that is where they live. They live in your big intestine. They live in your big intestine, which is the rectum or the colon. So sometimes people who are having such a condition, they will normally be experiencing some itchiness inside their colon, inside their anus. You are sitting there and you are feeling like, you know, the colon or the anus is, you know, a bit, you know, scratchy, itching, you know, kind of thing. You are having that tingling sensation in and around your your anus. It is the work of the roundworm. That is what they also, you know, do. So these are the major 3 types of worms. We have a lot of them, but these are the famous ones among them, and they cause a lot of trouble in our system. Most of sudden death. Okay, the person will go to sleep, the next morning they wake him or her up, he is gone or she is gone. Most of such, you know, demises are as a result of, you know, stomach parasite, either as a result of the hookworm, the tapeworm, and then the roundworm. That is what they do. And they mostly operate during the night. when you will go to bed, when you are asleep. So right now, as we are, you know, in the daytime, going about our normal business, blah blah blah, they are also resting. They only operate when you go to sleep. Some can even travel, especially the tapeworm. The tapeworm, because they are lengthy in nature, they can sometimes travel even outside your mouth. Yes, I am not exaggerating. You can do your own research, you know. Sometimes they can even pass through from your stomach, roam till they come out in your mouth. So sometimes you realize that you wake up in the morning, mostly, especially those of you who are having this big belly. That is why I say it is not good to have a big belly. Okay, no matter how big your stomach is, please find a way to make it flat. Those people, you realize that when you wake up in the morning, you feel some, you know, unusual taste within your mouth. Yes. Some tapeworm have come through your mouth. Yes, they know. Sometimes they will travel, come outside from your stomach, come and roam inside your mouth. Some even go as an extent of going out, coming out, licking your faces, whatever, and then later go back. Yes, they later go back. They come out sometimes. They, even though they will not come out completely, but their head or the part of them will come out in your mouth and be roaming about, and then later go in. They are very, very dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous. Especially the hookworm. The hookworm can patch holes in your intestine, can even patch holes in your heart. Yes, they can patch hole in your heart, and that normally causes this sudden death in during the night. The person will sleep. Oh, we were with him the following night, the other night, the previous night too. We were with him. And he even told me that in the morning he will come and then we go and escort him to blah blah blah, so and so place. Oh, all of a sudden, the next morning he's gone. Ah, this world is so unfair. God, why? God. Yes, majority of those issues are normally caused by hookworms. Very, very deadly. They are very short in nature. Hookworm, very, very short in nature, but they are very, very dangerous. But there is a good news. The good news you can see on your screen. Okay, you can see the good news on your screen, which is pawpaw seed. If you are battling with any of these, you know, worms or parasites, please flush them off. And you can only flush them off with this thing you can see on your screen. All you need to do is to gather plenty of this, you know, pawpaw seed, and then you can dry them and then later make them powder into powdered form. Okay, every night before you go to bed, you can scoop out 1 tablespoon of the pawpaw seed powder, mix it in about, you know, a glass of water. If you like, you can add little sugar to it, because the sugar is going to invite them. So add little sugar to it, or you can mix it in either any of the sugary drinks. Okay, you mix 1 tablespoon of the pawpaw seed powder in 1 bottle of, you know, any of the sugary drinks, or in 1 cup of any of the sugary drinks, and then you drink it. When you drink it, because of the sugar, they will come in. When they come in, then they will come and meet their boss, their oga kwata kwata kwata, which is the pawpaw seed powder. And the pawpaw seed powder, by the grace of God, is going to massacre them, is going to destroy them, is going to, you know, bombard them, and eventually you are going to be free. So when you wake up in the morning, what I want you to do is that you warm little water and then, you know, drink the water. When you drink the water, later you can go to the washroom and then go and flush them off. They will be mixed in your feces. Sometimes you won't see them physically. They will be mixed in your feces, and then it will come out. I hope you understand. Very, very important. So you can do it maybe in a week, about 3 times in a week at night when you are going to, because they only operate in the night. So when you are going to sleep, you drink it, they will come and they will be massacred. I hope you understand. So you do it at least 3 times in a week as a person. Very, very important, especially if you are someone who eats a lot of protein, if you are someone who eats a lot of animal protein like meat, chicken, beef, eggs, and so on, because they also feed, they like protein a lot, so you are likely to have a lot of them in your system. Virtually everybody is having stomach parasite, but depending on how you manage yours will determine whether you are going to suffer for it or not. So you can follow this my instructions, so you do it at least 3 times a week is perfect. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Godwin Ekpe, I believe and I strongly believe that I have given you the answer you were looking for, and I also believe that you who have watched the video from the beginning to this stage, you have also, you know, enjoyed it. Share the video, like it, subscribe to the channel, and then click onto the notification bell. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.